Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this streaming with one of the greatest artists, percussionists of India and I would say of the world, um, Madam Vidushi Sukkanya Ramgopal, which I heartily thank for accepting my invitation. Madam Sukkanya Ramgopal is one of the greatest artists of Gatham and Konnakkol. Gatham, for maybe if there is someone who doesn't know, is that instrument similar to a clay pot that is in front of Madam, and it's typical of a typical instrument of classical music of India. And Madama Sukkanya Ramgopal had his training with Sri Haryara Sharma of Mridangam. And then she studied also violin with Sri Guru Murti. And then with the legend of Gatham, she studied with Sri Viku Vinayak Ram. And she founded also a school, which is Sunadaam Trust, which is the first and the only institution dedicated purely to the teaching, and popularizing of this wonderful instrument, which is Gatham. And she performed, and she regularly performs with the greatest musicians of India of the world. And she has an enormous experience as a musician with different genres and different kind of instrument and ensembles. So I will start with the very general question about how was, Madam, your first approach to music as a child?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be here with all of you. Uh, yeah, in my childhood, actually, I learned vocal first. Then, a vocal teacher will used to come to our house. I used to learn vocal with my sister. Then I learned violin also. Even violin master used to come to my house and teach me violin. And but somehow from the childhood, I'm very my attention towards percussion is too much. Always I used to listen to percussion solos, and always when I go to attend some concerts, I used to sit in the front and put talam and enjoy the percussion especially. So I used to play on table, chair, and my sister
We have a problem with the audio. I'm sorry. Uh, your audio went away. Yes.
play on. I used to play on the tables and chairs, and I asked my sister to sing, and I used to accompany her by playing on a chair or a table like that. So my passion is towards percussion only from my childhood. Usually we have a, festival called Pongal. It's a Sankaranti. It's a festival of farmers, or it can be we used to have celebrate Pongal and prepare Pongal on a mud pot. In Chennai, I used to get a damaru and tamarind. So during this festival, I used to buy and try to play on that. So that's how my passion towards percussion is from my childhood. So I learned violin from Viku sir's brother, Sri T.H. Gurumurthy sir. But my attention was towards the Mridangam class, in which it's up during in the opposite side of the violin class. So one fine day, I just went to Sri Harihara Sharma sir. Please, can you teach me Mridangam? So he told me, today is a fine day, you come. So I just started learning. Within 3 years, I started playing for small concerts. And I used to go with the Viku sir for his concerts. So I was mesmerized by his playing. So I asked him, can you teach me Gatham? He told me that it is very difficult, it is just a mud part. Myself having so much problems to play. Your fingers are very soft. It is you cannot make sound from the clay pot. But I was very adamant, and I am not at all convinced by his reply. So next day also I just went to him and asked him, "Can you please give me a gatam and I will try my hand on it. If I am not able to get the sound, I can whatever your advice, I will take it." But he went to his father and told him, Sri Harihara Sharma sir told him, she learned Mridangam within 3 years. So she is very hard-working person. If we teach her Gatam, it's a great pride to our institution. And Gatam doesn't know who is playing on it, whether a girl or boy. So in that period, Viku sir went to Berkeley University to teach in Berkeley University. So he went for 1 year. Harihar Sharma sir told him that you go and come back. I will teach her the fingering techniques of Gatam, and I will prepare her on Gatam. That's how my journey on Gatam started.
Yeah, so I imagine this was not an easy route to be accepted as a woman in percussion, in the world of percussion, or yeah. Did you have to face some difficulties, and I think it was quite hard to achieve to be recognized as a percussionist, as one of the greatest percussionists actually now.
Uh,
Hmm. And about this wonderful instrument, can you please tell us what is the role of Gatham in Carnatic music? It's more an accompanying instrument or a solo instrument in Talavadiana?
Yeah, Gatam is usually accompanying instrument. So there are so many Talavadya performance used to happen. So in that Gatam is also one of the instrument in that Talavadya kacheri, and sometimes some artist can play solo also, but it won't happen. It's happening very rarely, not very often.
Yeah, and what you did with this, with for example, with this set of different gatams which are tuned to different notes, it's something very special. How did you came to this concept, to this idea of having different gatams?
Yeah. When I was learning from Viku sir, with Viku sir and with other students, we used to play Gadamala. Gadamala means each person will have one Gatham which is different note. So it's like this one person will play on this, another person will play on this, like that. Some 6 to 7 persons used to have so many one Gatham each, sounds differently, different notes. So at that time itself, I thought, why each one have to have this Gatham, different note Gatham? Uh, how will it be sound if one person can play all the instrument, all the 6 instruments? So that was my dream from at that time. So it came true when Percussive Art Center did one seminar in Bangalore. I just started. He gave me an opportunity to play an invocation for that seminar. So I tried to play Mohanam Ragam in that seminar. That is my beginning of Gatham. That's how Gatham started.
Nice. So, do you want to share maybe a composition on something like a traditional composition on, can you play now on these Gathams? And maybe also if you can recite something on Konnakkol and then translate it on the Gathams, would be very nice.
All this Gatham is my innovation. I have to tell you that by God's grace, because I should not say that it's my innovation, but God has sent me to do this Gatham. That's all I can say. So, so all Gatham compositions, actually, I have composed all Gatham compositions. I am not saying like Saint Tyagaraja's pieces or Kirtana or whatever. So many Vagyakaras are there in our country. So I'm not trying to play those songs on Gatham. The simple reason is I am having only one octave. So I can't have 3 octaves. Those saints have composed in 3 octaves. So I thought it may be an insult to them to adopt their songs in Gatham. So I thought of doing my own compositions. So just made so many compositions in Gatham in different talas, different raga melody.
Wonderful. Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you want me to tell some traditional rhythmic composition, maybe this is my guru used to tell me this is some adi, means old composition. So takkita dikkita tunga, takkita dikkita tatum dittunga, tatum kita taka taka tarikita taka taka tum dittunga, tam kita taka taka tarikita taka tam kita taka taka tarikita taka tam kita taka tam kita taka dikkita taka takita dikkita taka talang talang ratikita tumta ratikita tumta tatikita tumta kita dikita tonga tatum dittunga tatum kita taka taka tarikita taka taka tum dittunga tam kita taka taka tarikita taka tam kita taka tarikita taka tam kita taka tam kita taka tak kita taka dikkita taka takita dikita taka talang talang ratikita tumta tatikita tumta tatikita tumta dikita tonga tatum dittunga tatum kita taka tarikita taka taka tum dittunga tam kita taka tarikita taka tam kita taka tarikita taka tam kita taka tam kita taka kita dikita taka dikita taka talang talang tatikita tumta tatikita tumta tatikita tumta.
Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious about the what you said before that actually you composed something which is really adapted for this Gata Tarang. So maybe if you can, yes, play something of what you composed. Yeah, something of that would be super. Super. Thank you. So, for example, in a case of a composition like this, the idea is that you start with an idea of a rhythmic pattern like in Konnakkol, or you start from a melodic idea which come from the Gathams.
Actually, he just composed in Konnakkol only. I set the rhythmic pattern first, then I will change into notes. Like that, takatina tam, takita tam, takatam, tatam, 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 takatina. Like that, I used to compose the rhythm pattern first, then I will set the notes for that.
Yeah.
Like that. I used to play some swara patterns in this, in different nadai, means one beat four, that is known as chadusram. Five letters per beat. Taka takita, taka takita. It is known as kandam. Taka divi taka. Six per beat. It is known as tisram. Seven per beat. Taka divi taka. It is misram. Like that, I used to play the swara patterns in different, like this, salsram, kandam, tisram, misram, like that.
Super. And is this also what happens normally in the teaching of Gatham? That is, you start with learning the composition with the recitation of Konnakkol, and then you apply it on the Gatham. or not?
There are different phrases. Like, if I. So it is definitely one has to do the Konnakkol first. You have to understand what is the rhythmic composition first. You have to put the talam and recite it. Then only it will register in your mind. Then comes the fingering pattern. You can't play like anything on your own this thing. No, for example, see takatina tam takita tam takatam tatam. Of course, this sounds nice only. So this adds more melody. What I have played first is different. The second one is different. If you want to play it very, see. So the fingering pattern is different now. So we are having this particular way of fingering technique. So with all this permutation and combination, whatever the rhythmic composition, we use all these fingerings suitable for that rhythmic composition, and we play with this fingering techniques. So my guru used to research all types of finger techniques. So when I learned from him, it's a very golden opportunity because he was very free at that time of learning. So I used to tell it's a golden time for me to learn from him all the patterns from him. So I'm very lucky enough to have such a guru in my life.
Yeah, and the traditional compositions on Gatham are specific to the instrument, or do they have some similarities with, for example, Mridangam or Kanjira, Tavil, or it's different composition?
See, almost all rhythmic compositions, we are having plenty of rhythmic compositions done by so many stalwarts, like starting from Mamundia Pillai. He is a very great Ganjira Vidwan, and people used to tell that he is the what you call the he is the person responsible to bring out the Konnakkol patterns. So that's what I have read from book, and heard from my guru. So each stalwart has did so many rhythmic compositions. So generally the rhythmic compositions are same. Maybe the knowledge or the intelligence of the particular person may differ, that's all. So basically the structure is same. Basically, if you are doing one rhythmic composition, it should have same type of what do you call symmetry. You should have the same symmetry. You should follow some rules and regulations. So anyone can do the rhythmic composition with all these seven places, with all this, see, we are having ka, di, tom, dum, ti, ta, guma, dum, dum, like this. With the permutation and combination of all these 8 places, 8 sounds, we can do so many compositions, rhythmic compositions. And we can adapt it to different talas.
Yeah, so the idea is like you have something like a starting, let's say, pattern, and then you modify and you adapt it to your personality, to the context of the music, and to also maybe to another tala. That's the idea.
I'm not able to. Can you repeat it, please?
Yes, I mean the idea, if I have understood this, just you have like a pattern of the composition from which you start, and then you adapt it, or you modify or improvise on that pattern just to make it fit maybe another tala or another composition. But you start from something and then you modify with the permutation,
Yeah.
combination.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this is,
Yeah.
I think,
Correct. Yes.
something very, very special also about the Indian concept of rhythm and rhythmic space. How you can you can use the space and with permutation combinations and changing something, but you have in mind the mathematical pattern. And I would love, maybe if it's not too too much, to ask if you can show us something like a simple thematic idea or simple pattern, and then show some improvisation on this.
Uh, for example, I am taking one 10, 10 letter phrase. See, 10 letter means takitatam tadikitatum, takitatam tadikitatum. So this is 10 letter phrase, 10 letter word. You can tell me, you can tell 10 letter word or 10 letter phrase, whatever. So with this letter phrase, how to do some core way, means a rhythmic composition. So I can play takitatam tadikitatam. If I play takitatam tadikitatam, it looks like very simple. Okay. So the takitatam tadikitatam is 10. So if you give 3 takitatam tadikitatam, 10 into 30. So we used to play in 8 beats. It is called Adi Thalam in our system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each beat is 4 letter. Takadimi, 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 takadimi. So 8 fours are 32. 32 letters we can have in this cycle, one cycle. So the takitatam, tadikitatam, 3 times means 30. So how to fill this one cycle? So give one stop in between. Takitatam, tadikitatam, takitatam, tadikitatam, takitatam, tadikitatam. So it's very this is very simple. So little some more improvisation. for one cycle we can play so many things. Tarigata, tarigata, jonataka, tarigata, 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 jonataka, tarigata, tarigata, this is the simple composition. This is another way. So many patterns in the same simple rhythmic phrases composition. So this is a small example to how to do the same rhythmic composition in different manner. So so we can do we can do ulta and putting this to that. First one is the last one, and like that. Another one example, tatum, 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 tatum. This is one composition. Okay, this is very simple. Even more simpler, tatum, 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 takatum, 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 takitatum, tatum, 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 takatum, takitatum, takitatum, takitum. This is one. Whenever we are playing it, it should be some faster speed. So this is the simple way of playing. This is some more. We want to put it in faster speed. So another way of putting this same thing. So I adjust the car, the stop, stopping point. I put first 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. We can make it 1, 2, 3 also. Manipulate anything, in the same composition we can do so many wonders. That is the beauty of mathematics. I did divine actually. I can see God through this mathematical calculations. Maths is God for me, actually.
I totally agree. Even if I must say that here in the West we have a quite different concept of developing rhythmic material, but personally, what I found in Indian concept of rhythm is really, like you said, I feel that there is something behind us that we can feel, and what is wonderful about all this is that I think also the fact that you are able, for example, in a concert setting, just in the moment there to improvise and to fill some space, improvising just without any rehearsal. you just, maybe because you practice so many years, and you arrive there, and you can, if for example there is a gap from the singer, then you know how to fill it with the corvai, or yeah, to and this is, I mean, something very special to Carnatic music, and it's wonderful. So sometimes I wonder, how is it is it possible to have such an immediate ability to maybe calculate and also to play something in the moment.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yes. And during the Tanyavatram, this Mridangam play something, and we have to answer. The Gatham or Ganjira or Morsing artist has to answer whatever the Mridangam player is playing. So my guru used to tell me each concert is an examination, and that too, you don't know what question will come in the question on the platform. You don't know the question, which question will come to your exam. So it's a very complicated thing, you know. We don't know in which talam the singer will give solo to play, and I don't know what the mridangam artist will play, what rhythmic composition he will play. So everything is anticipation. That's all. That moment, you know, if you see um, the physical, if we just seeing his eyes, I can expect something from no. I can expect he will play this only by just seeing his eye movement and his body movement. I can anticipate it. This one here he is going to play. See, just for small example, the mridang is playing takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina tam. Three times he used to play, like, you know, takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina, takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina. These two times he will see the talam or he will see somewhere else. The third time he will turn to me, means he is going to change the pattern. He is going to change the pattern. Then he automatically he will see me. So by just seeing his eyes, I can anticipate that some changes in that. So, like that, by experience. So listening to so many concerts and attending so many stalwarts concerts and accompanying with my guru to watch his concerts. What he did during his concert? How did he with the other Mridangam artists? No, those are all really very practical lessons, other than the actual lessons we are learned and I learned from him in the class in a private classroom. Is different from what I learned from attending other concerts, listening to other stalwarts. That also different lessons. And after hearing those compositions, I have to make another 10 compositions. So,
yes.
having the same pattern in my mind, I should be able to do another 10 more compositions like that. To adopt the same composition in other talams. That we have to think more and we have to do so much homework. Even after playing a concert, I can play whatever. At that moment, I would have played whatever the korapu. Korapu means he will reduce from 4 cycles to 2 cycle, 1 cycle, quarter cycle, half cycle, quarter cycle, like that. This reducing pattern, we are having so many patterns. So at that moment, I would have played whatever he plays. But after coming home, I have to do some homework. What he played, what I just missed something. What mistake I have done. So I have to do the homework and correct myself and registered in mind. If possible, I will write it down in a notebook. So
Mm. Yeah, this is a great, great lesson. I mean, what you said, and it's like, yeah, the idea that this journey through music is actually is infinite. This is just a kind of beginning this life, and yeah, regarding this, maybe it seems maybe stupid, but what suggestions do you feel you could give for aspiring percussionists or Gatham players?
yeah, it's see only one mantra is there. Only one mantra. You have to practice, practice, practice. There is no shortcut to come out just in colors in just a few days. It's not. See, every day, so many persons are playing different compositions. So we have to update our knowledge. And no, we are seeing no. Yesterday's mobile phone is not today's phone. Today's phone is different, and future phone is very much different. Like that, each player is doing something special. So we have to update our knowledge and try to learn all those aspects. Always, I'm a student. That's all. I'm
Mm.
always a student, and I have to learn so many things from others. And listening to others, I have to make my own compositions. So, see, in India we are having so many cultures now. Even just you take vocal means that we are telling just Carnatic style and Hindustani style. In Carnatic style itself, so many compositions, Varnam, Kirtanas, uh, Patavarnam, Tillana, Devarnama, patriotic songs, devotional songs. So many are there. So like that, if you take the percussion, we are so many having so many percussion instruments: mridangam, ganjira, morching, gatam, dolak, um tabal, so many, uh, so many instruments. So I just learned gatam in this birth. I have not fully learned it actually. So the one birth is not enough to learn everything. That is a saying that one. See, what I have learned is just a small, small one, just one particle of the sand. There are so many to learn, so much to learn.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Um, maybe I think after this wonderful words, the only thing that can speak next is music. So maybe I would ask if you can, to conclude our encounter, if you can maybe play us something on the, yeah, on the Gata Tarang. It would be nice, some of your compositions.
Not able to hear properly what you are saying. Can you
Yeah.
repeat it, please? I'm sorry
Yes.
about it.
Yes, sorry. I asked if just to conclude our interview, if you can please play us something, another composition by you on the Gata Tarang, it would be super.
Gata Tarang, I think I have to change the Gatham to.
Yeah, or what else? I mean, just something you want to play to.
I can just play a small composition, which is 6 speed. No, you see. My guru used to play this 6 speed. Okay.
Very beautiful. Thank you. Yeah.
This is just my guru used to play. This is known as 6 speed chord. we are having so many, like having five different nadai in the same composition. So we are having plenty of compositions,
Wonderful.
different patterns. Yeah.
Yes.
As I told you, there is, this one work is not two.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to thank you again for being part of this series. It's always a great pleasure listen to your words, to your playing. You are such a great inspiration, and yeah. So yes, I want to thank also
Thank
all the persons who took part tonight in this chat. It's very thank you very much everyone, and there will be other episodes following this, and so please follow the pages, and thank you again everyone. Thank you, madam. It's really such a wonderful experience
Thank
to
you so
talk
much.
with
It's
you. Yeah.
very, very happy to be a part of this series. Very, thank you so much. My student Sumana Chandrasekhar has helped me by doing the technical part and other things, mic part and other things. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Goodbye, everyone.